We are massive. We are a massive club, massive ambition, and this is the best I've seen West Ham for a hell of a long time. Thanks for joining me. E20 Zone TV, the place to be. You're with me tonight, James. I don't know what to say. I'm quite shocked at that performance. That performance was excellent from start to finish. I think every person in the team tonight that I'm going to rate, well, it's going to get a great score. For me, I thought Zagreb would be a place that we're going. We might struggle tonight, but I'll tell you what, we turned up there and we've just completely swept aside a team who's ranked the top seed in the group. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I'll get into the ratings in a minute, but I just want to say that everyone's just played a top performance tonight. I'm home now. I had done my little view from the pub earlier, and it was just a great view. It was a great spectacle to watch. Watch West Ham in Europe for one is a pleasure in itself, right? But to see West Ham win in Europe, and not just win, but just take the team apart, literally, professionally is the word I'm going to use tonight. A professional team performance, basically. So yeah, for me, I don't know what else more to say other than Moyes got it absolutely spot on tonight. And let's get into the player ratings. And I'm going to start off with this man, Lucas Fabianski in goal. I'm going to give Lucas a 7. I think he didn't have a lot to do, if I'm honest. Everything he done well. There was better players on the pitch than Lucas, but Lucas does what he does, and to me, he gets a 7. Excellent performance for me. Moving on to this man, Mr. Ryan Fredericks. I don't know what to say there, but I've just got a comment. Let's get a comment in here. Jay Wood's in the house. How you doing, Jay Woods? Hope you're well, sir. Well, James, delighted with that result. What a performance. Couldn't agree with more, mate. Could not agree more. Professional is the word I've used quite a lot tonight on different platforms. Total professional performance. Yeah, like I don't know what else more to say, right? Really, other than that, Scott's in the house. Scott, if you want to come on, DM me on Twitter, and I will send you the link, and you can come on and give your player ratings, sir. So, yeah, DM me, mate, and I'll send you the link if you want to come on. Very impressive with Fredericks, I agree. So let's get back into it. Mr. Ryan Fredericks, I'll give him an 8. I think he done his job. He done what he was asked to do, get a clean sheet. For me, yeah, an 8 for me. Fredericks can't defend, and I will be the first one to say that this man cannot defend. But one thing I will say is, when I'm wrong, I'll hold my hands up and say I'm wrong on this player. Like, I just thought he was very, very good tonight. I've got to admit, like it was just one of them games, really. Got another comment here from Happy Hammer 82. Hi guys, hope you're all happy hammers tonight. Yeah, I really am, mate. Really, really am. Professional is the word as I keep using. Professional performance from the team tonight. But we get back into Fredericks, and Fredericks for me gets an 8. He gets a double donut for me. Yeah, he was good. He was good tonight. So that's my thoughts on Fredericks. Cresswell played okay. Didn't really stand out to me. So for me, Cresswell gets a 7. I think he done his job well. He defended well, kept a clean sheet. Yeah, and for me, he gets a 7 out of 10. Like quite comfortably, really. Standard performance. But this man, 9 out of 10. Superb, phenomenal. Good in the air. Good at set pieces. He was just excellent, and he makes Diop better, in my opinion. He really does. He makes Diop look a better player, and yeah, for me, he's 9 out of 10, mate. He really is. He's played at the highest level. He plays for France. He played for Chelsea. He's a talent. He's a good player, and he's ours now. And he gets a 9 for me. I'll go to Diop, then I'll go back into the comments. Diop for me gets an 8. He gets an 8. He don't get as good as Zouma. Zouma was my man of the match personally, but Diop played well tonight. He made one little error, but he was in the whole grand scheme of things. He was very, very good tonight. And I do believe them two working together over a long period of time, that is our future centre half partnership, which is a very, very good. I've got faith in Diop. I really have. People criticise him, can't do this, can't do that. But listen, if you put someone in there with him who he can relate to, who he can aspire to be, what a player to bring in like Kirk Zouma, who's won trophies. And I do believe that if these two work together, we will win something with them two as our two centre halves. I love Oggy to bits, and Oggy's been great, but he can't do it all. He can't. And Dawson is a backup player, and it is a backup player at best. So, yeah, Diop for me gets an 8. Just he looked good. He looked back like the Diop that we signed many years ago. Let's go back into the comments. What we got here? We have got Zouma man of the match, in my opinion. Totally agree. Hammer 82. I really do. I really do. I thought he was first class. He was a level above, and that's what we want at West Ham. We want level above players. And he agrees with me. He thinks he'll get the best out of Diop, which I agree with. I really do. I think them two working together over a 6-12 month period, we're going to have two good centre halves there. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I totally agree. Moving on to this man, Thomas Soucek. Can I assess this man's performance? Played okay, but it was like a standard performance. Like, we're so used to seeing Soucek play better than good, like great. But he was a standard tonight. He done his job. Got about the pitch, broke up play. It was just standard tonight from him. So I'll give him a 7. I'll give him a 7 from me. I think a 7 is a fair reflection of his performance tonight. And I thought, yeah, for him playing standard and him getting a 7, that's a good score in my opinion. I'll move on to this man, Mr. Declan Rice, goal scorer tonight. It's either an 8 or a 9 for me. I'm gonna say an 8, just for the fact that I thought Zouma looked like a Rolls Royce at the back, looked like, you know what I mean, Aston Martin at the back. But Rice played well. He played well, took his goal well and all, which was brilliant. He scored the goal that sort of really killed the game. And yeah, he was just very, very good tonight. Very, very good indeed. And he's starting to get back to his best with us. Like, last 2 games, Rice has been a bit hit and miss. Like, Southampton, he played well, but we know he can play better than well. And yeah, tonight he was good. He was good. Got the goal. Watched his interview after. He's loving it at West Ham. And we're starting to build something at West Ham, and it's exciting times if you support the team in claret and blue. It really is. It really is. And I'm quite excited. It's been a long, long time for me seeing this team progress, and I'm starting to see progression slowly. But yeah, going back to Rice, top class performance yet again. I've got some comments in here. Let's go to the comments. We have got Jay Woods. That left foot finish from Rice was special. The fact he got up to half 2. Yeah, I agree. He just sprinted up the pitch and just put it in, didn't he? You know what I mean? Rich dude to score. Rice looked like he was adding goals into his game now as well. Yeah, he does. He really does. He looks a real deal. He looks the real deal, Rice, and he looks happy. That's the big question that I like to ask. Does Rice want to really move from West Ham, or does he look happy? To me, he looks very, very happy. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, long may that continue. We will go back into the player ratings, and we will start off with this man in midfield, Pablo Fornals. For me, I'll give him a 7. I think he was good, but it was just like standard performance. Yeah, he gets a 7 for me. He done a few good passes, few good things, but in the grand scheme of things, there was just other players who sort of shone for me tonight, in my opinion. And yeah, Fornals, he come off at the 60th minute, I think it was, or the 70th minute, and he just done his job. And yeah, again, a thoroughly decent performance from him. So I'll give him a 7. Manuel Lanzini. This man, he's lucky tonight, and he's going to be coming back on that plane right now, and he's going to be seeing it, thinking he could have been sent off. Moyes done the right thing. Moyes done the absolute bang on thing and getting that man off the pitch before he would have got sent off. Because I think the Croatians would have definitely tried to get him booked again and get him off the pitch. In the overall scheme of play, if you take that out of it, he played well, technically very good. Do you know what I mean? But I'm going to give him a 6 because that he could have jeopardised us in this game tonight. He played well, right, and it ain't a knocking of him, but if that tackle is mistimed and the referee sort of catches a glimpse of that, he would have walked. So yeah, he gets a 6 from me, in my opinion. Vlasic, top class. That's what I'm going to say about that. I was on the fence with this man. I really was at the start, and I thought I didn't know what to think. I was 50-50 on him, right? But tonight I've seen enough to say that this boy means business with us. I like the way he gets the ball down. He's always looking for a pass. He's not afraid of a shot. He looks pretty like his vision is very, very good. Like he sees the players around him, and he's not selfish. Like he's sort of he will always look for a pass if there is no shot for him to take on. And I thought for his first outing with West Ham, like from a starting position, I thought he's very, very good. Really was. And yeah, he gets an 8 for me. I think an 8 scoring is fair. I think he was up there like for a first appearance for West Ham in Europe, especially his homeland against a team that he is known to be hated by. I thought he was absolute first class. So yeah, he gets an 8 for me. Moving back into the comments, we have got Jay Woods. I 100% agree. When I saw that tackle, I thought he was walking. He should have played more cup games. I agree. I really do. Happy says Lanzini gets a 7 for him. I don't know. He could have went Happy, if I'm honest. Let's have a look. We've got. Do you think that Rice is advancing more now? The reason for Soucek's recent drop off because he may have been held a bit more now. I just think Soucek's tired, mate. If I'm honest, if you want my honest opinion on that, I think Soucek is just knackered in the grand scheme of things, and I just think he needs a rest. The only disappointing thing tonight, before I get on to finalise these player ratings, is I would have liked to have seen Crowell. Like the game was 2-0. Like bring Crowell on, get Soucek off, shut the game down, job done. But hindsight's a different thing. Like, do you know what I mean? But yeah, I think Soucek's just a bit tired, mate. I really do. Don't forget he got to the semi-final of the Euros. Like he's played a lot of games for us, and he's going to play every game in the Prem. Let's be honest. Like if he's not injured and he's not suspended, he plays. So yeah, it's just one of them ones. I believe. what we got here? Quality player, but didn't shine. So another 7. I think that's for Vlasic. I would say maybe an 8 for me for Vlasic, but yeah, I agree, and he agrees that Soucek needs a rest. And yeah, like I think a lot of West Ham fans do, mate. If I'm honest, a lot of West Ham fans are like you're in the same boat and think, you know what I mean. But we went there tonight, we got the win, and that's what it's all about. But moving on to Mikel Antonio, goal scorer. I thought Mickey was good tonight. Like it's night and day with Mickey, right? Always is. Right? On Saturday, outplayed, didn't get a sniff of anything, got sent off, got frustrated. Tonight, he looked up for it from minute one, which I did say on the betting show that I could see him coming out and having a right go here. Do you know what I mean? If you did get on the betting show tonight, he was 4-1, as I said, and he was 17-10 any time, and you would have copped both if you had both bets on. But on back to the match, apart from the goal, he was there. He was good. Like he did get hacked down halfway through that match by a Zagreb player, which I thought was a criminal foul. Really, like that's a sending off offence in my opinion. Like he's just nowhere near the ball and just completely smashed into him. And what does it for me is you see people like Harvey Elliott get break ankles and all that. There's a player who's deliberately hacking him down there. And the referee only gives me yellow. So yeah, that was a bit of a worrying time. But I will give Antonio an 8. I think an 8's a fair reflection of the game. He scored the goal to get us on the way. His build-up play was good. His hold-up play was good. He was a menace, right? His pressing was good. He was good. And when Antonio's good, West Ham are good. So, yeah, he gets an 8 for me. Going back into the comments, where are we? We have got Jay Woods in the building. Antonio worked hard tonight. I'm going to the game Sunday against Manchester United. I'm sick and he's suspended. We'll miss him big time. We're missing big time. We will, but this is where I can see a different formation coming on Sunday, which I will get into another time. But I can possibly see a 3 at the back against United. I really can. But yeah, he's a miss. But I liked Vlasic tonight, mate. I must admit, and he did look the part. And Ben Rama, Bowen, and Vlasic up front with Fornals behind. I'll take that all day long for one game. Let's get everyone's thoughts. Right, the only viewer that I've got in the building on this man, the ref. Now, the referee. What would you rate the referee tonight? He booked Lanzini. He could have booked him again. He was like some of the decisions that he was giving were a bit criminal, really. But it is European football. It is like a different league of football. When you're playing it in that sort of Europa League, Champions League, you've got to be a bit cute. And I must admit, we was very cute tonight. I thought the referee was okay, but he could have been better. But I will give him a 4. I think a 4 is a fair reflection of the game. I think that foul that happened, basically on Antonio, like was criminal, really. But it was like, let's be honest, I think a 4 is a fair reflection of a ref who didn't really get involved in the game, right, so to speak. We're not talking about the ref tonight, so that is great. So yeah, moving on. We've got a couple of comments in the comment section, and we will get into them before I give you my final person. It's probably a blessing in disguise that Antonio is not playing versus United. Again, we're not really expected to win. He's another one that he needs a rest, in my opinion. I agree. Obviously, as West Ham fans, we want to win every game, and we do. But I don't think it's a problem. I really don't. I still fancy us to get something against United. I think pace is what we've been missing for a long time. And for how good Antonio is, sometimes his running ability is sort of not there. But if you've got Ben Rama, Bowen and Vlasic running at Man United's defence, then I'd fancy that all day long, especially Benny. I think I've said it for a long time. Benny's the man who's going to change it at West Ham, and I believed it from day dot. I've had many people who have believed it with me, many people who didn't. But yeah, Benny's the man for me, mate. I think he's a different level. Let's get into the more comments. Scott, I'll give the ref a 7. I thought he let the game flow. Lanzini was lucky not to see red. I agree, Scott. I really do. I really do agree with that. I think Lanzini and Moyes done very well by getting him off. Like, as soon as that happened, he went right off there. No more chances. And that's an experienced manager with an experienced brain who knew what was happening there. So I agree. However, the first yellow was never a yellow. Yeah, it wasn't, but he gave it. So it's sort of by the by in it. Let's be honest. So yeah, I think the ref compared to the Premier was all over the gaff and let a lot more go. Yeah, I agree. He did let things go. But some things that, let's be honest, if you'd have hacked someone down in the Premier League, you would have probably got a red for that. So yeah, I agree. Moyes, a 10. Got absolute spot on tonight. Team was still be fresh for the United game. Yeah, I agree, and I'm going to get into Moyes before I sort of go into the comments in 1 second. 10 out of 10. I agree with Scott on that. 10 out of 10 from start to finish. He picked the right team. The only negative that I will say, right, is that I would have liked to have seen Crowell and Areola. That's the two. Like, there's two players who haven't got on the pitch for West Ham yet, right? And I would have liked to, especially Crowell. I would have thought Crowell 2-0 up, seeing the game out, just get him on the pitch. Like, I want to see him in a West Ham shirt. I don't want to see him on the bench. But he's picked the lineup that he thought was the right lineup tonight, and it was just a very professional performance by Moyes. 10 out of 10. Like, Ryan Fredericks, nowhere to be seen for these games, and he comes in at right back and puts in a masterclass. And what he's doing, he is getting the best out of these players. He's getting the best out of these players, every single one of them. People that we might have ridiculed over time, people like Fredericks, Cresswell, over years gone by, he's getting the best out of them. And yeah, long may it continue. So it's a 10 out of 10 performance for Mr. Moyes, I must admit. Going back into the comments, let's go. Right, what we got here? So I read that one. Right, I really hope the man himself, Benoit, can run the show against United. Trust me, mate. Benoit was a talent, and me and Scott have been in sort of unity about it for a hell of a long time with Benrahma, and I do believe Benrahma. I liked that that Moyes brought him on for about 10. I think it's like 20 minutes or half hour. I think he come on for, which is good. Just get him on the pitch, get him have a kick about, job done. Do you know what I mean? Nothing too heavy. And do you know what I loved about tonight? We didn't even get out. We didn't even get out of second gear. Do you know what I mean? And that was the best thing about it. The ref in the Leicester game was the same. I agree. Yep, we can see us playing 5 at the back against United. Yep, I agree. I think Areola will start Sunday. If he don't start, then I don't understand why he's here. Like because I think Areola's the better goalkeeper personally, and yeah, that would go. Like, I just think maybe this might be a turning point, an absolute turning point. So yeah, that's hopefully I want to see Areola in the West Ham shirt sooner rather than later. 5 watching. Let's get 10 likes, mate. If I can get 10 likes, mate, I'll be over the moon with that. So yeah, I'm just trying to get this channel up and running and going. I want to get people on, etc. And yeah, like, if you're West Ham or if you're a football fan in general, I want to get you on. Jay Woods, great show, James. Thank you, mate. You've been with me from the start, like Scott has. Much love. Really do appreciate it. Epic. It looks like Areola is just a backup. Yeah. It's a shame like that, because like I think Ariello has to play. He has to play. He must play in the Carabao Cup. Like this, like that's a game that we can all probably say that he will definitely play in. But like, could he have done any better than Fab tonight? Probably not. But do you know what I mean? It's just I want to see him in the shirt. Like, do you know what I mean? So yeah. It's one of them ones really. I'm going to get to this comment. I must admit, I watched the Leicester game. Uh, the Napoli striker that scored 2 against Leicester tonight looks quality, strong, fast, good feet, and got him for 17 million. Surely we should have been a tight firm player. I thought Happy Hammer 82 that lad was absolutely brilliant for Napoli tonight. I watched that game after. I was sitting in the pub and I was watching that game, and that man was running Usmand, I think his name is. Right, Victor Usman, I think his name is. I could be wrong. Like someone can chuck in the comments, but I thought he was absolutely destroyed Leicester. He was phenomenal, phenomenal, and this is why we need a player like that, because for how good Antonio is, he is 31 and he can't do it forever, and we need to be looking next level of player. So to round it up, if you've just come in or you've just tuned in right now, Fabianski gets a 7 from me. Good, standard, like that's what we expect from Fab. Fredericks gets an 8. One of the best performances I've seen Fredericks in a West Ham shirt, and that's not me being rude or negative. That's me being real. He gets an 8. Cresswell, left hand side, gets a 7. He was good, but he didn't really do much else. Like it was just standard performance for him. Zouma, man of the match for me, gets a 9. I thought he was top class. And he was levels, just levels above. Do you know what I mean? So Zouma gets a 9 for me. Issa Diop, his partner tonight, gets an 8. Issa will learn a lot from Zouma. And I've said it on different platforms. I've said it on Jake's show. I've said it on other platforms. This man needs a sort of arm around him and some loving, and he will be a really good player for West Ham United. He come into the team a few years ago and he was partnered with Balboa. They both didn't speak the language. He's going to be with Zouma. He's around about the same age as him, and they're going to learn a lot of each other. And he's going to look at Zouma and think, Zouma's a really good player. I want to be like, well, he can teach me and he's going to help me. So, yeah, he gets an 8 for me. He's up the up. Soucek gets a 7. I just think Soucek was standard tonight, standard performance, played well, played okay, done his job done. 7 for me. Captain, leader, inspiration, Mr. Declan Rice. Now, I cannot stress enough, ever since this man has become captain, West Ham have gone to a next level. And I will say that happily and openly. Like, I love Mark Noble to death, but since he's took the armband, Rice, we have gone up levels. And I talk different levels. He was very good tonight. He scored the goal that really killed the game. And he's getting there. I would like him to have a rest, though. I want him to have a rest in a game or two. And just want him to sit back, chill out, have a fag, have a pint, and just, you know what I mean? Just be not to keep playing over and over again, because if we lose him, then we lose that sort of thrust from midfield. Going on to our attacking options, we go Fornals. Fornals was a 7 for me. I think Fornals was good, standard yet again. Passed the ball, got about the pitch, very good. Lanzini, I'm giving Lanzini a 6. Only due to the fact that he could have been sent off tonight and he could have jeopardised us the game tonight. His performance before that was good, but silly boy, we've got to learn. We've got to cut them sort of things out, because in another game at another time we would probably have been down to 10 men and he could have jeopardised us in that game. So he gets a 6 for me. It's not a bad rating, but it's a fair reflection of the player. You can't go in sliding in, especially in Europe, if you're asked, because then you're asking for trouble. Moving on to Vlasic, debut in the starting lineup in Europe, his home country, against a team that cannot stand him. He gets an 8. 8 for me. I think he was good. No, not good. He was great. He was great. He got about the pitch, got stuck in, had shots. His vision, his passing was good. He looks a talent, and I'm looking forward to seeing a bit more of him. Going up to Antonio now. Scored a goal from pressing. He pressed their defender, and their defender, which I believe is an ex-Cardiff defender, he pressed them back, and then nicked in and got that goal. Yeah, 8 for me. I think he done his job, got the goal. Didn't really do a lot else after, but he held the ball up. He was a nuisance for them, and yeah, that's what he always does. So he gets an 8 for me. Moving on now to the ref. I'll give him a 4. I thought he'd done okay, but there's a couple of tackles that he shouldn't have been really, like, he should have been given more yellows than he did. So yeah, he gets a 4, and Moyes gets a 10. And yeah, I think Moyes got it absolutely spot on tonight, really did. And finally, I want to give a big shout out to all the fans who have travelled over there today. I know there's been a lot of trouble over there, and I know they're quite a hostile bunch, but the boys have gone over there 2,000 strong, and yeah, fair play to every single one of them who have made the journey. Takes a lot, do you know what I mean? So the fans get 50, do you know what I mean? Because top class. I just want to get into the comments before we round it up. Just signed into my other account. Get these likes up. Come on, you irons. I do appreciate it, mate. Listen, tell people about the show. Like what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make this something to be proud of. And I've got 79 subs at the minute, and I would like a few more. So yeah, I really do appreciate it. And yeah, thanks for the support, everyone who's been watching and subscribed and all that. It really does go a long way. A few people have known me for a long time. Scott and a few others have known me, like Jay Woods has known me for a long time, and they know the content that I bring. So I'll just try and be as real as I can be. I don't want to be on the fence, and I want to be as straight laced as I can. But yeah, I'm just doing my best, mate. And at the minute, it's going well, and long may that continue in my eyes. So yeah, I just want to say thanks everyone for watching tonight. I really do appreciate it. Check out the view from the pub. I must admit, it was funny tonight. It was a good one. I've had a few jars tonight, and yeah, it's been a thoroughly enjoyable win for West Ham. And to round it up, I'm so proud of the lads. Also, like to see how well that this team is doing. I've seen this team go through some absolute hard times and embarrassments sometimes, like losing to Oxford, losing to Wimbledon, losing to Wigan. But this team looks like it's over that now. It looks like we're a top team and a team to be feared, and long may that continue. If you like what I do, subscribe. It really goes a long way to help me out, and like this video also. I want to thank everyone in the chat for contributing tonight. I really do appreciate it. And the more subscribers, the more chat. I want to get everyone involved. So yeah, I'm going to say thank you, everyone. Take care of yourself and enjoy your weekend. And I will be back soon for the preview of Manchester United versus the boys in claret and blue at the LS. I really do appreciate it. Take care, everyone. Good night.